For quite some time now, Elon Musk has been a large proponent of the cryptocurrency market, being one of the first tech billionaires to ever bring attention to the usability of altcoins. He also seems to have quite a bit of power over the market, causing the value of certain cryptos to rise and fall based on the things he has done or said. And while this has often led to him being labeled as the king of crypto, investors appear to have changed their tune. Before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. The origins of Elon the crypto investor. Although the majority of the world only really started to pay attention to the realm of crypto this year with the explosion of both Bitcoin and Dogecoin, it must be said that Elon Musk's relationship with the market has been both complex and changing over the years. For those of you who don't know, Elon was actually born in South Africa, but decided to move to the United States when he was younger to chase the elusive American dream. Fast forward through a decade of hard work, and you'll find that Elon now holds the positions of co-founder, CEO, and chief designer at SpaceX, Tesla, OpenAI, Neuralink, and The Boring Company. But more importantly, Elon has discovered how successful he can be by pandering to internet culture. It all started a few years ago when he decided to design and allow for the sale of a low-powered flamethrower that absolutely took the internet by storm. Not sure whether to take the tech billionaire seriously, a number of internet personalities bought into this marketing ploy and made a ton of videos showing off the product and giving free press to Elon as a result. He is also shown to have a pretty active life on social media, with Twitter being his bread and butter. After suggesting that he would be able to build a mini submarine to help rescue some people trapped in the Thailand cave disaster, a British diver on site responded that this was nothing more than a PR stunt by the billionaire. And in true internet troll fashion, Elon hit back by calling the heroic diver a pedophile, which was definitely not the best way he could have tackled the situation. But this activity on Twitter got people talking and once more grew his popularity among those glued to their screens. Surprisingly enough, Musk was considered to be a proponent of the crypto market even before any of these high-profile situations developed. In fact, it was back in March of 2014 that Elon mentioned crypto for the first time after being asked by a documentary photographer what he thought of the digital exchange. But things get a lot more interesting the deeper you look. Rumors that Elon is Satoshi Nakamoto. You see, in response to being asked what he thought of the digital exchange, Elon responded by referring to the fact that Satoshi Nakamoto has now been discovered. This statement of his seemed to refer to a Newsweek article that had been released a few days earlier. According to this article, the mysterious creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto, was actually a man by the name of Dorian Nakamoto. But since Mr. Nakamoto vehemently denied this claim, the case wasn't exactly closed. Making a bit of a joke out of the situation, Musk continued by mentioning that Bitcoin was probably a good thing, but was likely going to be used to buy and sell a number of illegal things in the future. And, surprisingly enough, this is precisely what happened with Bitcoin, resulting in the altcoin losing a lot of its value due to unlawful dealings. Musk then spoke about Bitcoin once more in 2017, which coincides with the meteoric rise of its value. The timing was incredibly coincidental, which caused many to begin asking questions. It was in November of that year that an article titled "Elon Musk Probably Invented Bitcoin" was published on Medium. And while this article was composed of nothing more than circumstantial evidence, the internet was caught hook, line, and sinker. Musk responded to the matter by denying the claim, stating that a friend of his had actually sent him part of a Bitcoin earlier in his life, but he has no idea where he ended up storing it. The circulation of these rumors led to a couple of fraudsters taking advantage of the mystery. They ended up hacking the official Twitter accounts of Madeline and Pathé UK, changing both account pictures to pose as Elon Musk, and asked users to participate in a crypto giveaway which required them to hand their own crypto over to be placed in the running. The hackers managed to steal around $157,000 worth of funds before being stopped by Twitter, all under the guise of Elon Musk. Elon the crypto man. While the majority of his statements towards digital currencies were considered to be either satirical or skeptical in the past, Elon seemed to change his tune when 2019 came along. He started to consider crypto more seriously, both as a potential component of his business models and from the standpoint of technology in general. He was recorded on a podcast with asset management firm ARK Invest, stating that the structure of Bitcoin was actually quite brilliant, also mentioning that Ethereum should be given some merit as well. And while it should be of no surprise to you, Ethereum started to rise in value due to the comments made by the tech billionaire. Musk then mentioned Dogecoin for the first time in April of 2019, stating that the crypto was by far his favorite digital currency due to its grasp of internet culture. With just a simple tweet, Elon was able to make the value of the coin rise from $0.002 to $0.004 in just 3 days. This flirtatious relationship between Elon and Dogecoin then continued in February of last year when the king of crypto tweeted a single word, Doge. By doing so, the value of the altcoin increased by around 120% in just 4 days. But the hand that gives can also take away, as seen by another post of Elon's criticizing the highly unequal wealth distribution of Dogecoin, with around 62% of the asset being held by the top 50 addresses across the globe. Unsurprisingly enough, this statement resulted in a plunging of the value of the coin by around 20%. And in probably the most exciting development in Elon's story, Tesla went on to announce that the company had bought approximately $1.5 billion in Bitcoin and was in the process of making plans to accept the crypto as payment for its products. Once more, we saw Bitcoin rise in value, with Elon being the first to suggest that the crypto could be more than a simple investment scheme based on a fluctuating market. So as you can tell, more often than not, Elon was the driving force behind the success of the crypto market, having a fan base that would clearly do his bidding by buying and selling their own inventory based on things that he would do or say. He has even encouraged his wife, Claire Boucher, to start selling her digital art collection worth around $6 million with the help of the blockchain-based non-fungible tokens. Unfortunately for Elon, though, this was very much the beginning of the end of the Elon era. Things started to heat up when Elon teased that he would be hosting Saturday Night Live for the first time on the 8th of May. This announcement was made on Twitter by simply writing "The Doge Father, SNL, May 8th. While this looks like nothing more than a promotional tweet at its basis, the world started to question whether Elon would be promoting the altcoin in his upcoming public appearance. He had become a pretty great proponent of Dogecoin after all, which had seen quite a bit of success since January of this year, and since he has his own share of the altcoin, it would only make sense that this appearance of his was going to result in the surge of its value. As a result, more than a few investors decided to invest heavily in Dogecoin, waiting for the 8th of May to see another surge in its value. But when Elon's appearance came around, he ended up making a joke about Dogecoin being nothing more than a scam, resulting in the value of the altcoin dropping by quite a few points. Suffice to say, investors were pretty angry at his careless statement about the crypto, but in defense, Saturday Night Live is a comedy show that shouldn't be taken seriously at all. To make up for this stab that he took, the tech billionaire announced officially that Dogecoin was not a joke and that SpaceX would actually be funding and building their next satellite through Dogecoin. But Elon wasn't done with crypto just yet. In fact, the billionaire then did something that investors saw as unforgivable, stating that Tesla would no longer accept Bitcoin as payment for any of its products. This was clearly in direct contravention of what Elon had said a while back about Bitcoin being the payment method of the future, with Tesla being one of the first vendors to ever announce a solid payment platform using the digital currency. Citing concerns that he had about the energy consumption related to the mining of the crypto as the reasons for this decision, investors couldn't help but pick the man apart. There was absolutely no way that Elon was unaware of the massive power consumption involved in the mining of Bitcoin. Even those who know very little about the market are aware that Bitcoin mining requires complicated devices and an extreme amount of power. The result of this official tweet was the decline in the value of Bitcoin to just under $43,000 US, which was a massive decline from its previous value of $60,000 per coin. Suffice to say, fans of the crypto market felt betrayed by what Elon had decided to do, with rumors spreading that Elon was now dedicating himself to Dogecoin instead. One author even wrote that if Elon is able to decide the price of Bitcoin, then it has failed as a currency, which couldn't be more true at the end of the day. So while Elon was guiding the force behind Bitcoin being considered as more than a volatile investment, he was also its downfall. And if Bitcoin cannot succeed, do other cryptos even stand a chance? What do you think of the whole situation? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below.